Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Kurt. Today, my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make Bistek Tagalog. Thinly sliced beef steak is cooked in a savory and tangy sauce and topped with crunchy onions.
This dish is new to me, but it's definitely one of my new favorites. To start, we're going to marinate the beef. Take 3 pounds of ribeye steak. You can use sirloin steak, which is a cheaper cut of meat, but we prefer the marbling and flavor of a ribeye.
If your steak is thawed and at refrigerator temperature, place it in the freezer for about 2 hours. If your steak is completely frozen, leave it in the fridge overnight, about 8 to 10 hours, so it softens a bit but is still very firm.
This will make it easier to cut thin and even slices of beef. When the steaks are firm and semi-frozen, slice them very thinly against the grain. By that we mean you'll see the strands of muscle going in one direction, and we're going to make slices perpendicular to that direction. This will result in a more tender bite. As you can see, slicing firm, semi-frozen steaks makes it easier to make very thin and even slices. Once the steak is sliced, let it finish thawing in the fridge. Take a large non-reactive bowl like glass or stainless steel, add in 1/3 cup of soy sauce, juice from 1 lemon, juice from 1 lime, half a head of garlic, about 6 cloves finely minced, 1 packed tablespoon of dark brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Mix this together thoroughly till well combined. Add in the thinly sliced pieces of ribeye steak and gently mix them into the marinade, being careful not to tear the pieces of beef. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap. Leave the steak in the fridge to marinate for a minimum of 2 hours, preferably overnight, up to 24 hours.
Traditionally, calamansi is used in this dish, but calamansi is hard to find in New York City, so we're using a combination of lemon and lime as a substitute. The following day, take the beef out of the fridge, and taking a handful of beef at a time, squeeze off as much marinade juice off the beef and into a new bowl. Then lay the strips of beef out flat on a tray to air dry. The less moisture on the beef, the better they will caramelize when cooked. Save the bowl of marinade that's been squeezed off the beef, and add in any leftover marinade from the original marination bowl. Set these aside. Take 2 sweet onions and slice each onion into 4 thick rounds, making sure not to let the rings separate. You should have a total of 8 thick rounds. Take a large skillet, add in 3 tablespoons of coconut oil and heat over high heat. When the oil is very hot, add in the rounds of onions with the narrower tapered sides down, since the narrower tapered side is the side we want to brown. Do your best to prevent the rounds from separating, and brown one side in the oil for 3 to 4 minutes. Browning one side of the onions adds a nice caramelized flavor to the onions, but still keeps its crunchiness as in the classic Bistek Tagalog. It also imbues the oil with a wonderful flavor of onions. After 3 to 4 minutes, use a spatula to remove the onions from the pan, still trying your best to keep the rounds whole. It's okay if they come apart. Set them aside. In the same oil that the onions were fried in, let the oil get extremely hot again, almost smoking, and in batches, add in the thin strips of marinated ribeye that have been air dried. Only add enough pieces for a single layer in the pan. Cook one side for 30 seconds, then turn them over and cook the other side for another 30 seconds. Remove the beef and set aside to cool as you cook the next batch. Do this for all the marinated beef. When all the beef has been cooked, let the leftover oil get very hot again. When the oil is hot, add in the remaining half a head of garlic, about 6 cloves that are finely minced, and saute for 1 minute till the garlic is browned and fragrant. Deglaze the pan and scrape up as much of the brown bits at the bottom as you can. Then add in 1½ cups of low-sodium beef stock, the leftover marinade that was saved, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, juice from 1 lemon, 1 packed tablespoon of dark brown sugar, and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Mix this till well combined. When it starts to boil, let the liquid cook down for 5 minutes. While the sauce is cooking down for 5 minutes, we're going to make a cornstarch slurry to thicken the sauce. In a small bowl, add in 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and 3 tablespoons of water. Then whisk them together to combine. After 5 minutes of boiling, add in the cornstarch mixture into the sauce and mix it in till well combined. This will immediately thicken up the sauce. Turn off the heat. Add in the cooked beef and browned onion rounds into the sauce and fold them in till all the pieces of beef and onions are coated in the sauce. At this point, try to separate the onion rounds while folding everything together. And there it is, Bistek Tagalog. Plate the beef over freshly steamed jasmine rice, arranging the onion rings on top, and garnish with some sliced scallions for additional color. Ang sarap.
Yum.
So good. That sweet yet tangy flavor is packed into every bite.
And the melt in your mouth ribeye with the contrast of the crunchy onions, delicious.
Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make this Bistek Tagalog. Send us pictures of your dishes on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Links below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And don't forget to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos. And for our written recipes and more, be sure to check out cookingwithkurt.com.
Maraming salamat!